It was a cold and rainy November night almost 10 years ago. The last time Belding and Spring Lake met. Neil McCulley ran for 239 yards and a few close calls went the way of the orange and black in a 21-20 Division IV playoff win. Almost 10 years later, they met again tonight, once again at Grabinski Field. Much warmer and much drier than that night. We're on the shores of the Flat River. First possession for the Lakers after Belding had punted. Reed Grimmer with time finds Jackson Lemon, and the senior goes all the way across the field to reach the end zone. 42 yards on the score. It was 7-zip early on. Belding would answer on its next drive. Anthony Sabinski with some good fakes, and the three-year varsity starter takes it in from 6 yards out. Successful two-pointer made it 8-7 Belding. Tied at 14 at the half, Spring Lake got the ball to start the third, went right down the field. Ren Depphouse diving in from 4 yards out, 21-14 Lakers. Once again, Belding comes back. Sabinski on the flake, threads the needle to Jack Ward for the score. Two-point conversion failed. Black Knights down a point. Spring Lake ran the ball at will tonight. Fullback Sam Schaefer had a pair of scores. This one in the fourth quarter extends the lead. Spring Lake holds on to win it, beating Belding tonight, 34-28 the final. Good football game. Second straight week the Lakers played a 34-28 game. Second straight week they come out on top. Also 370 yards on the ground tonight. That's the same number they ran for in last week's win at Montague. Senior Ren Depphouse led the way with 139 yards on just 9 carries. Sam Schaefer had a 124. Anthony Sabinski did account for all four Belding touchdowns, 2 on the ground and 2 through the air. Brett Bakita had the call this game on 96.1 The Game. Excellent football game. Spring Lake, I think, showed us a lot, especially triple option, ability to run the ball, control the line of scrimmage.
I love this offense. And again, Cody Mallory, second year with this program. I know you like second-year coaches coming down from Cadillac. And just really all night, you felt like they were downhill and could get the edge. They had some big plays, as you know, Jay, that were called back because of wide receivers trying to block downfield on the edge, and maybe they got a piece of the jersey or whatever. But I just look at, the numbers you just threw out. Ren Depphouse, outstanding. Bryce Collins. I mean, the list goes on and on. And then you have the keep you honest back, if you will. I love that in the wing tee or in this offense with the wing bone or triple option, and that's Sam Schaefer. What a big night. Then they used him as linebacker on defense. I just thought he played a whale of a game, but I really was impressed. And give the Spring Lake offensive line, they've got some beef there, some credit too. Yeah,
they blocked really well. And talking with head coach Cody Mallory after the game, he liked the way not just his offensive line block, but his receivers, his running backs. It was a team effort on offense. They can run the football. We start out talking with Sam Schaefer about the holes he saw tonight from his fullback spot.
The boys did great up front tonight. I had wide open holes all night long.
What does it do for you guys to go 2-0 after a 3-win season last year to come out here and start 2-0?
Feels great. We put a ton of work in the off season and we couldn't ask for a better start, and we just got to keep it going.
It just feels great because we knew that team had more in us, and now that we can show that those last players on the last team that we deserve this team, and now we're 2-0 and we love it.
We had to control the ball on offense and take the shots when we could. I was really happy with how our offense responded every time that they scored. Also came out and made some good adjustments at halftime to try to stifle some of the stuff they were doing on the edge. And I was just happy with how our guys responded and continued to play 4 quarters.
So Belding's 1-1. They've stepped up their competition here in the non-conference. I still like them in the OK Silver. We'll kind of see how that plays out as it goes on. But I don't think there's a reason Spring Lake, confidence, momentum, they can't make a run here at the OK Blue.
Let me start with Belding. I agree, defending OK Silver champs. I mean, they've got some beef they can throw at you in the backfield. Hunter Conrad, obviously Jack Ward. It was good to see healthy playing offense tonight. And Anthony Sabinski, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. So look out. Monty Price can build off of this, even though it was a loss. But you look at it offensively for Spring Lake, the second week in a row, they put 370 rushing yards up. An identical score, right? 34-28 like they did over Montague in the win here over Belding. But I just think there's so much more they can do with the passing game. You and I talked about this with Reed Grimmer, and they've got some weapons they didn't even have to use. In Burt, you saw Jackson Lemon in one of the highlights. He had an early touchdown catch. But I think if teams come after them and try to take away the run and sneak up the secondary, they can throw over the top. Those guys will be good on one-on-ones.
Yeah, Jackson Lemon and Colin Burt both have nice size and athleticism on the outside. And I agree with you. I think that they can, if they ever have to, throw the football. But so far, 2 games in, they haven't had to.